There's little doubt after the 2010 elections, Republicans now control 24 state legislatures, both the House and the Senate. Democrats control 16, and the other 8 are divided between the two parties. That's actually even a tad bit misleading, because the Nebraska legislature technically runs as nonpartisan, but it's really Republican. Don't tell anybody that I said that. This is going to be on the web. I'm getting in big trouble now. So anyways, so really 25 Republican legislatures. And the point being is that this is the best position that the GOP has been in the modern era of redistricting. I mean, redistricting really, as we know it today, did not exist even in the 1970s. It's really sort of an 80s, 90s, 2000. This is really sort of the fourth, in my mind, sort of modern version of redistricting as we sort of go through it today. The GOP has sort of unilateral control or authority to draw about 145 U.S. House districts. Democrats about 50. Which is a little more than reverse of how it was 20 years ago, and certainly better than it was because the Democrats had that sort of a more dramatic advantage 20 years ago in 1980, and then a little better, 1990, and then a little less of an advantage in 2000. However, big word of caution. That doesn't mean that there will be 149, Republican districts just because they will have the majority to control these districts. Which is the point that Tom asked me to make, which is that the states are dramatically constrained by a number of different things, not the least of which is the state and federal law. This is NCSL's redistricting law book. This is a summary. This is like the executive summary of redistricting law. And it's a 230, 40 pages long now. So the point being is that just to sort of get your head around the federal law, and this is almost all federal law, that limits and controls and dictates what whoever draws the lines can do is far more complicated and complex and limiting than I think people care to appreciate sometimes, because it is hard to get your head around. And the other sort of reason is that there will always be, obviously, Democratic. I mean, the Republicans will control essentially their process of redistricting in Texas, but there are big pockets of Democratic voters in Texas. So there will be Democratic congressional districts in Texas, districts that lean Republican or lean Democratic. So I just want you to sort of put some caveat around that.